Of science. So this week we're going to be finishing up talking about one thing about the Earth, and then we're going to be moving on to another topic that's still dealing with the Earth. So this week on Monday, we will be meeting at 8 o'clock to present our projects from the Earth's movement unit. So hopefully you'll be able to demonstrate something about the Earth's rotation or revolution. And by now we know rotation in Earth talks about 24 hours or day and night, and revolution talks about how the Earth goes around the sun, and that takes a year. We've also learned that a year is 365 days, and we've also learned that that is how we get our seasons when the Earth revolves or goes around the sun. Now, we've spent a lot of time talking about the Earth this year in science because obviously we live here. It's very important that we understand it and we know what it provides for us and what it does for us. That's going to take us in to the rest of the week, Tuesday through Friday. We are going to start to learn about the Earth's water cycle. Now, most of you think, what do I have to learn about water? I know everything I need to know. I use it sometimes to drink because I get thirsty. Other times I'm going to use it to take a bath or a shower because I get dirty. And then every now and again, I'm going to go ahead and fill up my pool or get in my larger pool that's out in my yard or go down to the river or the lake or wherever, and I'm going to jump in to cool off. Well, the thing is that there's a lot more to water than just that. So I'm going to give you an example, and we're going to use two bodies of water that most of us are familiar with. A lot of you, obviously, since you live in Apollo, North Apollo, you know about the Kiski River. Some of you, though, know about another place, Yellow Creek. Yellow Creek State Park is by my house in Indiana, and then there's also Northmoreland Park. So think about those three bodies of water. Northmoreland Park and Yellow Creek are lakes. The Kiski River, obviously, is a river. All right, so in the summertime, I'm sure a lot of times you've gone to Northmoreland or Yellow Creek, gone down the Kiski River, and you've noticed that it is very, very low. There's not a lot of water in it. You could walk out very, very far in the water when you. In some cases, you may even be able to walk across and get to the other side with no problem. That is our water cycle. All right, a lot of us say, well, we're just running out of water. It's too hot. The water just dried up. Well, that's called evaporation. We're going to be learning about evaporation this week. And on Thursday, we will be doing an experiment. We'll do a live Zoom together, and I'm going to show you what evaporation is. Well, when water evaporates, it doesn't disappear. It actually goes up into the sky, and if you would look up day or night, creates the clouds. And in the clouds, we have this thing called condensation. And condensation is where all this water that goes up into the air gets together and it forms the clouds. We're also going to be doing a live Zoom on Friday on condensation. Then another thing we need to know about clouds is not only does it hold that water, but it gets rid of the water. And when it gets rid of the water, another part of the water cycle is called precipitation. Another word for that would be rain or snow. Precipitation is when liquid comes down from the clouds and it goes to the ground, and it creates our last part of the water cycle, which is collection. So let's go back to Northmoreland Park. Let's go back to Yellow Creek and the Kiski River. Those things, those are collection. That's where water goes to stay, where water goes to be. And we will be talking about participation and collection on Monday and Tuesday of next week. We will live Zoom on those days to do some experiments so I can show you these things. So why is this important? Well, it's important because water is necessary for everything we do, whether it's to survive, whether it's to stay clean and healthy, whether it's to make sure that our food grows or stays alive. In that case, maybe an animal. We need animals as well. We need water. If we don't have food, if we don't have water as humans, as mammals, as we learned in reading last week, we will die. So the water cycle is super important, and I plan on showing you how it works through a lot of live Zoom. So check that live Zoom schedule so you know when to get on. Otherwise, on Wednesday, we will be watching a video to introduce you to this stuff. We're also on Tuesday going to be taking a quick quiz just to see what you know about it. I look forward to learning with you about the water cycle.